what's a black grand national? Fuck being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I say the G bad. Shit, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? They like what he own. This the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song. This a revelation. How to get a nigga gone. You need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay a bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby. Whoa! It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I say the G bad. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Seen them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young nigga, get your chili up. Yeah, I admit that. Hey, black out. If they act out, yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate a bitch that's hating on a bitch and they both hoes. I hate a nigga hating on them niggas and they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Nigga feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. Bitch, I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel, yelling. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in this rap thing, they siblings. Nothing but my children. One shot, they disappearing. I'm in a city with a flag beginning thrown like it was past interference. Padlock around the building. Crash pulling up in no more truck just to play freeze tag. With a bone to pick like it was sea pass. So when I made it out, I made about 50K from a show. Trying to show niggas the ropes before they hung from a rope. I'm prophetic. They only talk about it, how I get it. Only good for saving face, seen the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Nigga ran up by the Luxness, I up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette, the LA yelling. Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off.
Shit get crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. 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 Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly. But thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help, but no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm searching for peace.
Good morning, America. Good night, Japan. What the fuck is up, everybody? It's John Escudero, the founder. And I'm here with my boy Greg.
What's up? It's Greg.
It is 4 a.m. if you're watching live on the East Coast. It's 1 a.m. You're on the West Coast. Early in the morning if you're listening on your way to work. How are you doing? How's your coffee? Hope you remember to bring gum so that you don't breathe coffee into everybody's face. They don't like that, in case you weren't aware. Teachers, I'm talking to you. How's your week, Greg? How's the last few days been going for you?
It's been all right. It's been pretty quiet. Although more snow than I would like. Probably more coming on the horizon. Not looking forward to that.
I love that shit. I love it. I love the gray. I used to go out in the fucking. I used to pick up trash in that weather. It was always interesting.
I have to
I love
shovel
that.
that in a suit, so
They got to get you better suits. That's
yeah.
what it is. How does that work? Don't you have winters? Can we get you a winter suit? Can you not get a winter suit? Can you not get a
I,
white blue variant?
a white blue. Oh jeez.
Anyway, there's a lot going on in pro wrestling the last week, especially
Mm.
specifically in the ring and outside of it. A lot of people being relocated, fired.
So to speak.
They got fired. They lost their income,
They took
unfortunately.
her jobs.
They took her jobs. And literally, there's so many took her jobs. WWE did like not like a mass release, but how many people did they dump? Like fucking five. I gotta pull the list up. I've got the list coming. Uh,
It was
and then
it was not as bad as some of their more notorious cleanings, but it was pretty rough.
they did it. They did it slick too. What's up, Mac? Is in the comments. Thank you for joining us, sir. You kind
Yes,
gentleman, with
bunch
your
of marks indeed.
with your compliments. We definitely are a bunch of marks. You know, he is too. We all are. We love that shit. We love this shit. Yeah, man. So AEW also dropped a couple of people. AEW dropped three people actually.
Much more quieter, much more quietly.
Yeah. And after a while, this has been a long time coming. AEW releases Miro. Malachi Black's contract comes up, and they've released Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
Yeah, they came to terms with Miro specifically. I actually don't know if they released Ricky, if he was released or if his contract came up,
mhm,
but that happened on Monday, and on Tuesday he was on NXT
yeah.
live. So,
AEW much less forthcoming about contracts, but also they're a private company. They don't really have to be.
and I mean, I guess people don't like when their contract information is out there anyway. I've seen like Millie Bobby Brown complaining about that this afternoon. Why do people know how much I'm getting paid?
Oh, I didn't know
Uh,
that.
yeah, it was a leak, I guess, from a while back. But yeah. So Ricky Starks debuts in NXT. Doesn't say his name. Says, "You know who I am."
But you don't know why I'm here. No.
Calls himself Absolute, so that's sticking around. But
Mm-mm.
I'm sure that he will be getting a new name
His name
because
is Abs the Salute.
that's his name. Oh fuck, Abs Salute of the Salute family, the legendary Salute family. No, so Fightful says that it was not an accident that his name wasn't said.
I
So
assume. I figured we all assumed it wasn't. I'd
yeah, I
be more
mean, as soon
surprised
as
if
he
it
came,
was.
and he just keeps posting absolute, absolute. Okay, I get it. You don't know your name yet. You're still picking from the AI list.
It's better than the names he was given in the NWA, which are a bit more awkward.
Can I be Starkey Ricks? Uh,
The Daniel Bryan maneuver.
if it works, I don't
Rock
know.
Ricky.
I don't know what to expect from his WWE career. I mean, off first glance, I kind of chuckled because, like, God damn, NXT.
Sure.
I'm sure, like, he's like, this is an opportunity, this is great, but I'm like, damn, bro, NXT.
I
uh,
would I
fuck.
would argue
He's
that this
old as
is a
fuck, bro. He's old as
yeah,
fuck.
that's one thing. I would argue this is at the moment a safer position for him, as he would be somebody that would easily get lost in the shuffle due to it being WrestleMania season.
Well, that's one of the things. Apparently, they don't have. any space for him
Yeah,
because of a WrestleMania season, but also like I also don't see him getting called up after WrestleMania season either. So I mean, I'm sure they just wanted him. They wanted him. They wanted Ricky Starks. They didn't want to leave him out there free agency. And then
sure.
he ends up going to fucking TNA and diluting his name. Um, which is unfortunately the truth. Like, sorry, that would be seen as a step down, and that would
Of
bring
course.
down his value. And WWE wouldn't want that, so they scooped him up and threw him in NXT so that he's got something to do while they pay him. But still, 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 it's always
Still?
he's he old as fuck. When old as fuck people got to go through developmental, it makes me laugh every time. It's like, oh, you don't understand. No, I understand. I get it. That's just funny as fuck though. You old as fuck in the class, left back. Big ass. Your big ass in the back of the classroom.
How do you do, fellow kids?
You can't even back on none of the hoes. You you can't talk to none of the girls in the PC. He's like, yes, I can. No, you can't. No. Oh fuck. You got a family? Get your old ass home. Your
Oh,
kids
no.
or something.
Well, this is awkward now.
Fuck, man. Him and Ethan Page, old ass, back in the back of the class. It's all right, man. They'll be on the main roster soon.
Ethan Page.
Yeah, both the old asses. And Sean Spears, though.
At least, yeah, I was gonna say at least Ethan, Sean, and Ricky will have people to hang out with.
Yeah, and they can be the vets. You know, NXT, you need vets to rub up
Vets.
against. To rub up against. To rub on. You need.
Don't rub on the vets.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, can
That goes,
can I get some of this oil on my back?
That goes for you, CM Punk.
Oh, why is
I'm kidding. Don't
Jesus.
sue me. Don't sue me for defamation. I don't actually think that you're talking to the younger women in NXT. I just think that it's a very funny coincidence considering your history. I really do. No, I think it's funny as hell because he got AJ Lee at home. I mean, in all seriousness. But then also that's funny as fuck because like,
Who's a mother to those women?
what does the CM stand for? Huh? Huh? Huh?
God, who was it? Did I send you the photo of all the women that Bailey has faced that have come up to her at fan sightings?
Oh, I did see that because she faced another one in Cora Jade.
Yeah.
And she'll
And
be
then
facing
and then
Roxanne.
she posted a photo with her in her walker.
That's good.
Like, I'm an old bitch.
Fucking. I did want to talk about also what do you actually see for him here? Like, do you think that's gonna work out?
I think it'll be a thing that happens for a while. I honestly don't see much of a future for him there. I saw more of a future for him in AEW, and that's not like a preference thing. It's just that they are much more giving to dudes of his stature.
That's true. Also,
No.
there were reports, and let's go by the reports. Obviously,
Let's
don't
go with the reports.
believe everything you read in the dirt sheets. I get it, but also,
But talk about it because it's fun. No, I'm
it
kidding.
is fun to talk about. It's been reported that he's got offered things and he's turned some things down, and it's like,
And we're talking AEW.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like,
We
to
got
me,
the same report from Rusev, didn't we?
we did, and
Yeah.
Malachi Black. These three
Yeah.
guys, these three
I can
guys.
call him Rusev now. He's free.
Yeah, and Alistair Black, sure.
I was gonna say you could just call him Black, but that'll read real weird.
Don't shoot this man. Remember Dragon Ball? That doesn't work that way.
This man isn't black.
But so all three of these guys who got released finally have had reports that they're hard to work with. And maybe they're not true, but the coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences. I think everything. Honestly, I say that because it sounds dramatic, but truly, the universe was created purely from coincidences.
Sure.
but also with pro wrestling, I don't believe in coincidences. Anyway, what the fuck were we even talking about? Jesus Christ. Fuck these
I,
these reports of these three men who have had troubles, who have reportedly had hard to work with in regards to creative.
yeah.
You hear that they turn things down, and logically you say, well, maybe it was bad, right? Maybe it
Right.
really was bad, and it's like, well, isn't it your job to like make it entertaining? Like, isn't it your job? Like, isn't that what you're here for? Like,
Hmm.
you generally you take what they give you, you make it great, as great as you can, and then the next opportunity is better because of how great you did with the last thing they gave you. If you
Hmm.
never if you never start that process, how the fuck do you expect to continue your momentum? Like, I just, you see other guys do it successfully. There's a theory that it's not the Edge promo that derailed Ricky Starks. It's
What is it?
it was his his it was
Disinterest?
his own personal disinterest and his failure to capitalize on this. I think it's the Big Bill stuff, the tag team. He didn't want to do
Okay.
the feud with Big Bill, and so they didn't know what else to do with him. And
Hmm.
then the fucking other people got pushed in his place. Other people
Yeah.
took the position that might have been his. Somebody like Swerve. Somebody like I don't know, whoever else is up the ladder right now. uh
Um, yeah. Hangman. I
Fucking
don't know.
Daniel Garcia. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Daniel Garcia.
absolutely. There's
Someone like Hobbs.
Hobbs who are just like, okay, they gave me this. I'm gonna lose here. Fine. We'll see.
Hobbs just be showing up and trying. Bless his heart.
It's working. All right. I
Hobbs is
think
like they had me walk through the hood and they gave me a book. I was like, oh, I guess I'm working with this book then.
speaking as a fan, all three of these guys, not Ricky Starks as much as Miro and Malachi Black, they let me down. They let me down.
Mm,
I really wanted to see them flourish in an environment where they're a little more free than Vince's WWE. And they really kind of, if reports are to be believed, kind of abused their position there and ended up fucking themselves and fucking
yeah,
the people who are fans of them. And I'm
yeah.
sure they feel righteous about it. I'm sure if you talk to them, they'll be like, well, it was a stupid idea. It would have made me look bad.
If nothing else, hopefully, even in Malachi's supposed selfishness, he has cultivated a spot for Brody King, who seems to be, how do you say, taking advantage of what was left behind.
I wouldn't even call it selfish as much as stupid. Like a
Sure, maybe.
bad decision. Like that's a bad move. And maybe it is selfish, but I don't know. I wouldn't call it like selfish off the bat. It's just like maybe they thought, he really. I'm sure he really, really thought it was the thing to do. Like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I
But
shouldn't lose yet.
when you hear what like when you hear like Miro didn't want to work with Hangman Adam Page, like you don't want to lose to Hangman, the fucking guy. Like that's the dude they were. That's like the main guy. What are you talking about? What if you won't lose to him? Who the
Bro, I worked on top with Cena at WrestleMania, bro. I'm kidding. I'm
hell
kidding.
no, no.
I'm
But that's
kidding.
I'm sure that's what he thinks though. You
It's a
have to
possibility. It's a
you have to
wrestling. It's a
imagine.
possibility.
Because why else? What else leads to that thought process? Like, what else
Yeah,
leads to you not even wanting, assuming this is true, not even wanting to do the job to like the one of the top guys? So then who the fuck are you willing to do the job to? And at that point, you probably should just send him home. And I would have fired him a long time ago. Like these guys are lucky to have been there for that long, if that's true. Um, Hangman is the main character of AEW.
John
Yeah,
has
maybe
much.
so.
John has much harsher contract practices.
How could you? How could they even be allowed to say no? Like, where do you work that you could just be like, nah, I don't like that one. What the fuck is that? Would Vince allow that? Would Vince have ever allowed that? That's crazy to me.
Vince. So the stories I've always heard were like, you can say no to Vince, but you better have something. You better have walked in that room with something if you're going to tell him no.
That makes sense. And in that, if that's the case, then you're still not even like, you're not refusing. You know, like you're like, hey, I want to do it, but I want to do it this way, or you
Yeah.
know, like you're collaborating. This is crazy to me that these guys were here for this long. Malachi Black suspiciously not being pinned. You know, like we're like, damn, how many triple cage match of hell so that Malachi Black don't gotta fucking get pinned, you know, type shit. Edge broke his leg for you, motherfucker.
Man, I'm reading what Mac is saying. Was that best man thing really just a Kip Sabian gimmick?
When he was Kip Sabian's best man.
Is that
I'm
what
the
that
best
was?
man.
I
came
remember
out-
the theme.
Yeah. He came out as
I just thought that was
Kip's-
his way of saying I'm so cool.
He came out for Kip's wedding. He was Kip's best man. And
So
then
what,
he
Penelope Ford?
yeah. And then he
What, did they both get married to unemployment?
they still work there. I don't know why, but
They work there like the way the Japanese man got the corner office that nobody goes into.
I'll give them this. They're on TV again. At least
Are they?
she
I heard Penelope Ford has gotten matches. I do.
she
I've
had
heard
good.
that.
She had a fucking great match tonight with Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander.
Yes.
Chris Statlander. And Kip Sabian is part of the patriarchy. He's gonna be fighting Samoa Joe in the Ops next week. They're really called the Ops. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Is that better than worse than when he called Shibata Speak and Spell?
No. We need to get Hook a towel, by the way. Joe's coming out with a towel. Shibata's got a towel. Hook's got no towel. Does he have to earn it? Is this like a superhero film? He's gonna earn it at the end.
But at that point, do we have to go? Do we just go all the way and make it shredded?
No, it needs to be orange. Why doesn't he wear a towel over his head?
Probably
Listen.
to not do all the Taz things.
We're gonna lose. We're
The
gonna
thing
lose
about being
Taz.
the thing about being a legacy character is tough, man.
No, I think when maybe he needs more development, but I think when you get to a certain point, you can adapt more of the thing. Look at Braun Breaker; he's literally just a Steiner. Like he's like a full on
I'm also
Steiner.
saying
Like,
it's weird. Like some guys are weird about it. Some guys are willing to go all the way. Some guys will lean into it a little bit, and some like eventually you get you'll get a Charlotte who just this is me. I'm just leaning right into the Flair thing, which I think is fine.
I think it's cool. I always think about like, what if someone from the past came to the future and was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like Ric Flair's daughter. That's definitely Ric Flair's daughter. Holy shit! Like, and that's Taz's son. He's gonna be in NXT. He'll be in NXT soon. I foresee Hook in NXT.
Why do you think we're gonna lose Taz?
Because he's gonna go right with him. He'll be a coach in the PC forever. I mean,
but if that gets him in the video game, I'm kidding.
The final destination. It's a good final destination for people. The PC.
Get that Legends contract, baby.
Get some new action figures. Get a video game licensing. Yeah, it is the way of the world.
yeah. I'm a fan, but like Hook got thrown out there. It's such a just an unsupported way. It's going to take him forever to develop.
Yeah, and then it's like it's been so stop start, and then he's not working often enough to fucking develop, and they're not doing Hook indie dates.
No,
and Hook isn't in Japan. Hook is
So,
fucking Dame Dash's daughter on the Tommy Hilfiger social
oh
media,
dear God.
being with models and shit. He's living a good life. He's not worried about this shit. And when he gets to WWE, the PC, he'll live this life and he'll get some development.
I almost like I want I wish the Samoa Joe mentorship was real.
It could be.
I hope so.
Taz and Joe worked together in TNA, didn't they?
They did. That has always been an interesting connection between the three of them.
They should bring that up more.
Taz is what led, I think, to like the whole Nation of Violence run.
Oh god, the one that ended with Joe getting kidnapped.
Yes.
I hate TNA. Nah.
And when TNA added terrible, unnecessary lyrics to his theme song.
I don't want to think about that.
Complete rule.
Oh my gosh, there's animals fighting. Anyway, so
Mac is having fun at the expense of Charlotte Flair's face in the comments.
I would not do that. But yeah, Hook, we'll see. Anyway, we were talking about these releases, these trades. WWE and AEW just be trading wrestlers now. That's how it is. It's kind of cool. I'll take Bobby Lashley. You take Ricky Starks. I'll take Cedric Alexander.
Mm-hmm. There's a very clear spot for Cedric in that company.
Yeah. Although one could argue that maybe he won't go because of this stuff that happened with Big Swole.
Sure.
I wouldn't be that dumb. I'd be like they didn't hit my wife, right? He didn't call her a bitch, right?
And are those people still working there?
He didn't call her a bitch. No, he said she was a bad wrestler. He called his wife a bad wrestler, Greg. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I gotta take the check. There ain't nowhere else to go.
We need income, right? These bills need to get paid.
TNA? TNA? How much they paying? Not enough to not have to work on the weekends. Nah. Oh shit! Is Swole still wrestling?
I have no idea, actually.
You see, that's crazy. That's funny, man. So, WWE did release a few people. Excuse me. Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows.
Again.
Carl Anderson is still injured. He's got at least 3 to 6 months more before he would have been cleared. And releasing injured talent is not something WWE usually does, but they did it this time. And Blair Davenport fired. Never had a chance. Never had a chance.
It seems that way.
That's crazy. Why did you fucking hire her? Papa Ray. Oh gosh, Greg, that mic. Bubba Ray fucking said that that wrestling is like a mafia, and Blair Davenport got fired because of what Will Ospreay said.
Interesting.
He's fucking dumb.
I don't think they're still together, Bubba.
Haven't been together in years. That's like such a fucking CTE take. Oh, well, I don't follow the sheets. Then why'd you fucking comment, Bubba?
Big Swole, according to Cage Match, has not wrestled in some time. To put a finer picture on it without giving you the year, the last match Big Swole seemed to have was in the Indies, and it was against Mia Yim.
No fucking way. Why was Mia Yim on the Indies?
Remember, she was let go between her 2 stints.
Oh shit, that's right. That's crazy.
Like she wasn't. Yeah, wasn't she one of the Vince releases and then like the Hunter callbacks?
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds about right.
That weird period of Vince releases and Hunter callbacks. Hey, listen. I know what happened. Could you just get back on the plane? Maybe.
Yes, I'm hungry.
In fact, she was so notorious of one of the Hunter callbacks that Mia Yim and another woman was one of the two characters that just got pushed into the 2K23 game. Just like here she is. She was never gone.
Another one
It was
is
her and Candace.
Candace is that. Did Candace get released? Damn.
Yes,
And those are dark times.
Candace LeRae got released, and now she's
Back then, but she's back now. She's Nia Jax's second.
Yes, that's right. Why?
And so we also lost Giovanni Vinci.
Didn't you just get turned on by another small white woman?
Whose fucking cereal did he piss in? Holy shit.
Yeah, I read something that claimed that like they were really big on the vignettes, and then like what happened in that arena just did not kick off the way the vignette did.
They fucking had him lose in 3 seconds. What'd they think?
No, I think the character stuff, not the losing the match.
But I don't even think they did anything though. Like he came out and it was like a rib. Like they did all that shit, all the vignettes, and then he came out and lost a fluke, like in a fluke in his debut, and they didn't do anything. Like
Sure,
he just,
but I'm thinking I think it's more like did he embody the character that we thought we saw in those vignettes on the way to the ring? You know, the sort of production stuff that WWE thinks about.
that's crazy. I mean, I guess I could see that, but that's like I don't understand how you don't see that until until like that moment, especially something
I
so
guess when you
small.
don't run house shows.
Jesus Christ.
But
He
even then, I would argue, so like even then, I would argue if they still do it, like if you're not running house shows on these guys you're planning stuff for, like do that stuff on the NXT circuits, the off TV stuff. Do they still do those?
Yes, but he was also gone for a long time before those fucking vignettes.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Like
But that's what I mean. That's
the Imperium stuff. Like that's kind of crazy. They dumped
that's
his
what I
ass.
mean. Yeah. Geez, like Imperium was the only time he got booked solidly, and then they just never kept him there.
He, it's funny because there was no real reason to get rid of him. The Imperium didn't change. Like guys are still there. He could use a second. They're using Pete Dunne in that spot right now.
Yeah.
So it's like he was deliberately kicked out of Imperium.
And I thought they were a good tag team.
I guess maybe they didn't get along in real life. Get him the
Maybe.
fuck away from me. I will fucking kill him myself.
Jeez.
Yeah, so the other WWE release is I have, like we said, Flair Davenport gone. Excuse me, Alba Fire also released, but Isla Dawn was not.
No, Isla Dawn was released.
No,
Are you mixing them up?
Isla Dawn. Oh, Alba Fire was not released, and Isla Dawn was.
You are mixing them up, yeah. Okay.
I am fucking tired.
It's okay. That was surprising because I was just like, aren't they still an active team?
Yeah, they were on NXT, but their writing was on the wall.
Was it?
Yeah, they had the belts. They used it for their little Scotland thing,
They
and
were fire and ice for quite some time. Yeah,
and that was it. They fulfilled their purpose.
Okay.
Goodbye. Oh shit.
You would think. I mean, maybe it's just I would think, and maybe the company doesn't really give a shit. But like, it's so few established women's teams. You think you'd hold on to some of those, but
no, that's what I thought. But they don't care about the tag belt.
That's the conclusion I'm coming to. Yeah.
And then I guess finally you have Authors of Pain and Paul Ellering.
That was that's not a surprise at all.
They suck.
Like I didn't even see them with Cross in the vignettes anymore, the segments anymore. Like Cross just be by himself fucking with Miz.
And Paul Ellerick tweeted like he's still gonna manage them on the indies. They're gonna be like Legion of Doom or whatever.
What
But
it
don't they
is?
owe a bunch of people money
They might.
from
Well,
trying to set up that promotion in England?
they was getting those WWE checks. Hopefully they paid.
Oh God.
Oh man. Um. Yeah, I like AOP, but like they did nothing with it, so it is what it
Fat
is. I can
Shield.
only hope they made the video game, and I can I get to enjoy them for a year.
That's fucked up. Let's
What
see. Let's see. Let's see. Sonya Deville is also released.
that one was probably that one was genuinely the biggest surprise to me.
No more
Pure
PFC.
Fusion Collective.
Pure Fusion Collective. That's crazy. She was on television
Yeah.
like a week ago.
Yeah, yeah. I joked with you about Dakota Kai coming back and finding out the one that got fired wasn't even the one that kicked her.
Electra Knight or Electra Lopez, excuse me.
Electro
What
Nachios. No.
Electra Electra Lopez from SmackDown Legado de Fantasma released, even though she was at SmackDown.
Mm.
She got released the next day, or she got released that same day, or something
I
like
was gonna
that.
say, hopefully she was released to her face at least.
Help! Still got it on the app. Like when you're at the show, you don't even know who to talk to. Excuse me. Is this a glitch?
You just run right up to Mark Carano like, this says I have no job.
I'm sorry. Oh hell!
I'm right here. You couldn't talk to me.
He still won't speak.
He just keeps walking. Call security. There's a trespasser.
Oh shit! Get it in the trash bag.
I'm in. Not the trash bag.
Like they did Mickey James. Yeah, and then finally, like we said, Cedric Alexander.
Yes. On the wall with that one, all right?
Yeah, but like they don't need that. But I guess, yeah, might as
Yeah.
well get everybody in there.
Yeah, I was sort of joking to myself when he made the most recent video game. I was just like, I don't even recognize his gear. I haven't seen him in so long.
No, for real. What was he doing? He was on NXT, I think. He was getting saved by Javon Evans last time he was on television. Ethan Page beat him up, I think.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's a terrible way to go.
I don't see Big
Especially
Swole
when you're
tweeting
just-
about that.
Especially when you're just like, a superior athlete in every way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm not wrong.
But those are the WWE releases. Those are the AEW releases. I don't know.
No one was fired from TNA. I'm kidding.
Not yet. I don't know who. I don't know who of these people are. I don't suspect AOP or Paul Ellering are going to get signed. Cedric probably.
Oh, John, you want to know who else was fired this weekend?
Oh,
The War Dogs were fired by Evil.
that's right. Kicked
out of the Bullet Club.
See,
Who I did not know were still in the Bullet Club. Because the Bullet Club's gotten really fucking confusing.
Yeah, they did a thing where Evil wasn't working in the company anymore. But lo and behold, he was lying.
Like the evil man he is.
What a bad guy. I would never have suspected him. So yeah, he kicked out Gabe Kidd. So Gabe Kidd gets to fully represent New Japan as a babyface gaijin.
But also so does Clark Connors.
And Drilla Maloney, who got his first big win.
Drilla Maloney, who you said constantly during the show, looks like he's representing a future NXT contract.
He's got a face of a fucking PC student. Like he looks like a Brent Davis waiting to happen. Darren Johnson.
No, we said once I discovered he was British, we were like, oh, so that's Trill London.
Trill London. Trill boy. Drilling. Get him a generic UK drill beat entrance theme. Yeah, no, he wrestles good
like a
though.
panty dropper British Bulldog theme.
Yeah, one of those. God, he wrestles good though. He's a good wrestler.
I've
Him.
enjoyed his stuff when I've actually like paid attention to Drilla Maloney, which I admit hasn't
Yeah,
been much, but
yeah.
I
He's a
get lost in
big
a lot of
boy
those
too.
Bullet Club guys. He is that
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. He's a large boy. I
He
think
got
they're
some
running with
meat.
him in the heavyweight division. I don't know how far they're gonna take that, but that's cool.
I don't either, but even if they just need slightly formidable bodies, that's not a bad choice,
We need somebody for Takeshita to beat.
right?
He pinned Shingo after a pretty sick it's an awful waffle basically, but like what is that called? Like a screwdriver? Like no. What would you call that?
I don't even remember. Oh no, that was like uh it's funny because like incorrectly, like a lot of people have called it the Gonzo bomb. You know, I know that doesn't work
That's
for you.
that is not the fucking
I know,
Gonzo.
I know, I know. I've always just called it a power driver.
That works, I guess. Brody uses the same thing, doesn't he? Right, Brody
Yes, he
King?
does. Yes, he
And
does.
he definitely calls it the Gonzo bomb. Fucking hate y'all. Uh
He's like, sounds like stop misappropriating my culture.
the fuck I'm gonna do? Argue with Brody King? He's like two of me. But yeah, Drill is great. He pinned Shingo after like a 12-minute match. It was really fun.
Yeah.
What else happened on that show? The Young Bucks dropped the tag titles to Los Ingobernables, the Blind Naito, and
The hobbled blind Naito.
and Takahashi. That's the heavyweight tag titles, right? The main ones.
Yes.
They are. They say they're going back to AEW, and the promo that they cut backstage was like a babyface promo.
Was it really?
Yeah, and yeah, it was, and it's like, oh, so they'll return as
I'm sorry, you're
babyfaces.
referring to the Bucks. I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about Naito. And
no, they are the
I was like, they're coming
babyfaces.
back to AEW? Okay.
I'm sure Forbidden Door will be easier to get to since it's in the UK, but
We just meet in the middle.
yeah, probably a shorter flight too.
It'll do better. It'll probably do better than Grand Slam is, but
It
that's
will.
another story.
Jesus. The yeah, so what the fuck were we talking about then? That Grand Slam line threw me off.
We were talking about the Bucks promo after
The Bucks, that's right. They're going back to AEW, possibly as baby faces, probably against John Moxley and him. Edge. They run in John Moxley versus Edge as the main event for Revolution.
God, that's a terrible idea.
Why would they do that? That's such a bad like perception was. And you know, I love Edge. I think Edge is actually really good right now. I don't think people like comparing this shit to like Hogan and like Flair and shit, but like it's not that bad. Like it's
Well, with
not.
him being old, like that's not the same
Both
thing.
of them, like Moxley versus fucking Edge in a pay-per-view main event in a company full of younger people. People are saying like it's like Hogan Piper, you know, like
That's
type
not
shit.
that's unfair. Like I get it. You want, you know, it's weird, and I think it's just people who want to like force the universe to tie to their will and aren't the most business savvy about at least about certain things. This idea that like AEW should never hire these tenured guys. Like, no, we just want to be in indie on TV. Like, guys,
Yeah, that's
be
pretty
serious.
ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. I think it'll be a good match. I don't know if shit. Excuse me, I'm yawning. No,
Darling.
no. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done this as pay per view.
I know I wouldn't have done this. Oh, no, that is a terrible idea.
That's a bit crazy. There, I don't really know how to. I don't really know what to say about that other than I'm sure they figured this is a blockbuster match, like it's a money match, I guess. But it's like, who are you trying to attract with this?
Right.
I not certainly not the kind of fan that watches AEW. You know, like you're trying to track little Netflix Jimmy. You know, like
Netflix Jimmy.
he's not coming to this. But yeah, that's happening. I miss Brian Danielson so much.
Madness.
Hello. Max's
Uh,
Electra Lopez was released right after the show ended before she left the building. Jesus Christ.
I want to stick with this show while we're still on it. Shota Umino lost a embarrassing, awful loss to Great Khan, and then proceeded to shave his own head in shame in the ring.
Then just lay there like a
Yeah,
dead person.
yeah,
That
we've
was
got.
ridiculous.
There are some changes coming the way of one Shota Umino. Some say to his benefit, others maybe not. What saith you, Jonathan?
I think any change at this point is a good thing for him because this gimmick has been wholly rejected.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real coming back from the way they're treating him. And this is Japan. This is
Yeah.
not fucking WWE or AEW where they just turn on you in a blink of an eye and they're booing you just because they're bored or whatever. They they they're rejecting this man.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to salvage that is to change it, throw away what they're rejecting, and come back to something new. I am of the thought that he should have left. He should have left with Claudio that time they wrestled. Like I
Uh-huh.
thought they would have shifted him, put him in black. You know, like but I guess he stood in Japan and he ran that further and further, and it's like now it's worse. It's like it's worse. It's so much worse now. No, but
Mm.
I'm sure they're gonna do a thing. They're gonna do a thing, and they'll do a story, and he'll come around.
There's gonna be maybe some Dark Umino coming, maybe.
Probably, probably. Yui Mora returned, right?
Yes, he did. I believe he returned during, uh, was it I think was it the Sonata stuff post match or the,
Yeah, he did. He came and attacked Sonata. I think
yes,
Sonata was the last person in the ring with him before he got injured, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Sonata with a very interesting new look.
He's wearing a fucking tower of speakers. I don't understand. You
Sonata,
left just
fantastic
five
wrestler.
guys for
No
this.
idea what he is though.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna work out for him.
Yeah. Um, Konosuke Takeshita defeated Oleg Boltin, one of their younger guys, in a pretty good match.
That was fun.
Oleg's got some promise.
Yeah, that was fun. He was hitting hard. He was
Yeah.
hitting hard. I was like, okay, because Takesha's drilling his ass. Takesha don't give a fuck. You better step the fuck up. He's gonna drill you right. I hope your neck is ready. Fucking you about to eat some shit. Yeah.
Opening the pay per view before after the kickoff match, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Togi Makabe went 9 minutes in a match where it's just like two legends wrestling for probably the last time.
Yep.
Makabe definitely looks like a guy who just does not really work that hard anymore, but this is one of those situations, right?
He's too thick. But do what you gotta do. And it's the retirement road, man.
Yeah.
On a big show.
Yeah.
It's a good it
I mean,
was
if
a
you're gonna get
good
dragged out for a singles match in one spot, that's the one to be on, right?
absolutely. Just don't do it again.
Right, I agree. Agreed. The semi main event, fresh off his I think star-making performance with one Kenny Omega, Gabe Kidd took on Yota Tsuji, and they went to a draw at 21 minutes and 42 seconds after neither one of them could answer the 10 count. These guys killed it out there.
They did. They fucking killed that shit. The I thought the main event though was my match of the night, and not only that, but
Of course.
One of the better New Japan matches I've seen in a long time. Maybe
Yeah.
because of the emotional. Maybe it was
The
the
emotional
emotion,
aspects,
like,
yes.
but it
I'll
was
get to
also like
that.
really
I'll,
good
I'll,
though.
I'll get to that in a second, but I want to talk about how I just feel like Gabe Kidd has put himself in a position as like a sleeper top guy pick who no one was banking on.
I didn't see it coming until those promos. He started just talking shit on Twitter. You know what? When he started saying that he was just looking for his African queen, I was like, you know what? He's got it. I think he's got it. I
That's
think
funny.
he's got it.
That's funny.
Uh, he's great. No, he's great. And I feel like the Kenny Omega. If you didn't know before just by listening to him, the Kenny Omega match really fucking put it out there. And now if us a follow up performance like this, you know that he's got it. And now he's
Yeah.
gonna go babyface, and unfortunately, he'll have to be in a match with Evil. And, we'll get past that though. We'll get
No, no,
past that.
listen. If it's anything like the past, if they keep it under 15, it might still be good.
That's true. Let's hope.
It's
Let's hope
good.
for 12. Let's hope for 12. Let's hope for
Let's hope.
12.
Just a hard 12, baby. Yes, Mac, we did mention that the War Dogs were among the many firings this weekend.
You get the fuck out.
Yes. So now, like, Gabe Kidd has in my opinion, won himself a spot up there with like Yoda Suji, Shota Umino, Yo-Yo Yamura as like the guys who might be the future of the company if we can get these, make the right decisions.
I really think his future prospects are great when he made the president cry with his performance.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yes,
there's no way he didn't walk out of there like, wow, I've got
yeah,
my guy. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why. That's why he was crying. I was looking for this.
He's like, we have found him.
Could you just see it? Could you see it? God damn it, I can see it.
He's
Gabe
he is
Kid.
he is not only crying because it was so beautiful, but he is crying because the Japanese have fallen so short. No, I'm kidding.
they've they've got to do something big with him this year.
I agree. I agree. He's got to be one of the guys. I'm not gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be as soon as the New Japan Cup, but like when we start rolling around toward winter, he's got to be in the picture for something big. Even if it's only getting the win back against Kenny, he's got to be in line for something.
I wouldn't mind him winning the New Japan Cup and losing that title match. Fucking
In a fantastic showing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know. Like, it's weird because like we'll get to this point. I'm a little weird right now about Goto beating any of the young guys, but I get it. I do
yeah.
get it.
I mean, you figure he's holding it for somebody, right? I I don't imagine that Goto was a destination for the title. You know, like I imagine he's like holding it for someone. I think Zack Sabre Jr. kind of I don't know if it's on him or whatever, but I think the Wrestle Kingdom thing might have fallen back on him too. You know, like
Yeah, I discussed this with a friend of mine. It was the idea of, like, was the Zack Sabre Jr. championship run a failure? And it's like,
I don't
it's
know
gonna
about
look
that.
like it is, but I don't think so. Like, in my opinion, like, if the tour through England did really well with him on top, then I don't think so. I think what happened, the travesty that was the Wrestle Kingdom weekend situation, is something that you can't put on him.
Yeah,
He went out there and he did his best with two guys that, like, he shouldn't have been in the ring with, and that's not even a matter of talent. It was nobody cared about Ricochet in that spot, and Shota had lost the support of the people, and we kept beating Shota into this babyface role throughout the match.
although maybe we could also argue that fucking maybe this was the destination because was it Goto's hometown?
Um, I could look that up, but I don't remember. But I know that room was hot for Hiroki Goto.
Yeah, and there was some homely element They had mentioned his father had passed away, uh, but he had his kids with him. It was a great moment.
Yes, yes. So let's get to the main event. The main event was Hiroki Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP Championship, World Championship. Excuse me, two different belts. Go fuck yourself, New Japan. Um, and Hiroki Goto had basically just the story going in is that Hiroki Goto had what 8 chances to win this championship in the past,
Yeah.
with multiple losses to Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kazuchika Okada. Was there one to Naito? Was there a Naito match?
There should have been. I vaguely remember Goto versus Naito, but
Right. I can't. It's hard to say because like the Intercontinental gets mixed up in it and it gets weird. But like most of those attempts were on Tanahashi and Okada. I think we both know that for
oh
sure.
yeah,
Um, and there had been a period of 6 years that Hiroki Goto just did not challenge for the IWGP Championship, and it just seemed like that was not in his career. Hiroki Goto is sort of a beloved New Japan pro wrestler, and is just the kind of guy who would have been champion if we didn't have two of the biggest draws that New Japan had ever had in those 15 years.
oh yeah, agreed. Gotta agree.
Um, so like he ended up on the wayside. He would get the Intercontinental Championship. He would get some tag championships. Famously getting tag championships with several partners: Carl Anderson, Katsuyoshi Shibata, and currently Yoshihashi as part of Bishamon. I think he may have even had one with no, I'm sorry. Giant Bernard was Carl Anderson's partner, and Carl went from Bernard to Goto. They were guns and swords. It was hilarious. Um,
uh, no, go ahead.
yeah. So like yesterday, earlier this year during Wrestle Kingdom weekend, he won the Rambo, right, to get a shot at the IWGP Championship, and it was just one of those things where it was like beloved Hiroki Goto on his ninth attempt, probably gonna lose, but damn it, he's 45 years old. He doesn't have too many chances left, and we just want one. And everybody was just in the can for Hiroki Goto to get the belt. And even though most of us did not believe it, and lo and behold, after a wonderful match with Zack Sabre Jr. and a great way to go out after a potentially shaky title reign, Hiroki Goto wins the championship. 45 years old, father of two, got to win it in front of a crowd that was just dying for a Goto victory, and it was a beautiful moment. Um, and sort of a beautiful story of just like, you know, hang on to your goals, people.
Pretty much, never, ever, 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 ever give up. I mean, never. I mean, literally never. I mean, I joked that maybe Goto would win, but like, I maybe in the back of my mind, I thought like, okay, like at this point, if he loses, it's like it's cruel. Like if he loses, like it's not even funny anymore.
Like it's just a rib.
Like this is not right. Like this is not okay. But
Yeah,
the other part of me was just completely surprised. Like there were a couple moments in that match where I fully thought he was done. Like there was
yeah.
a there was a particular moment right
There's
right before the end where Zach,
okay.
I think he reversed something into one of his fucking cradle pin things, and I was just certain like there it is. That's the end. He fucking kicked out of
Mm,
that thing. I thought I was gonna die.
yeah,
This is incredible.
yeah. There were a few of those crazy submissions where I was just like, oh, here comes the tap.
Yeah.
Um, it was a great match, and it was a beautiful moment. I popped like a motherfucker at my job.
100%. Fuck, I lost my shit.
The G in IWGP stands for Goto.
Go to bad, 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 bad.
Damn it,
Go to bad, bad,
you actually
bad.
brought that up. Damn it.
Yeah, it was a great moment, and I guess his first opponent will be Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yes, at the New Japan, I think 53rd anniversary show.
The Unction. They're gonna wrestle in the main event. I'm sure he'll put Tanahashi down. Could you
Uh,
imagine? Oh my god.
to
But
Mac's point, Max notes that one of the attempted attempts at taking the championship was where Hiroki Goto dressed all in white and painted himself white with uh, Japanese writing on him. He mentions that being his worst match in the interview, and it was basically just like, I don't know what I was doing. Goto, in a very lovely interview before the match, basically talks about being like lost and always attempting to try new things because he kept falling short and like something was wrong. So I tried something different.
I can dig it.
There was a very funny beginning of the interview where he basically just says, I think I'm an idiot, and maybe it's best to just lean into that and stop denying it. There's power in it.
That's fucking wisdom. He's too smart to be an idiot. Stop him.
I was like, there's something about that just works for me.
I can fucking dig it. There's power in this.
Yeah.
That's great though. Really fucking
Uh,
great.
yeah. They named Hiroshi Tanahashi as his first defense. I think it's in Korakuen Hall, but just because their anniversary events tend to be in that building. Also, a something of a step away from tradition, as typically the New Japan anniversary events tend to main event with the IWGP Heavyweight Champion versus the Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're doing Tanahashi, and that's fine because Tanahashi's retiring. He gets what he wants. No, I'm kidding.
Retirement road.
Also, Goto was challenged in the press conference by uh, New Japan's even more senior superstar to Tanahashi, Yuji Nagata. Yuji Nagata just looking for one more attempt at. I guess he was spurned with confidence by Hiroki Goto's victory that he thought maybe this is his one more shot at the
Sit the fuck
IWGP
down.
World Championship and challenged Hiroki Goto for a match. I love Yuji Nagata. Genuinely top 5 all-time favorites. He has no chance in this match, but I will enjoy watching it just as a pure fan.
Understandable. What was the last good match Nagata had that you think you saw?
Like a top level, not like he comes in and
Any
has a fun
fucking
one with Moxley.
yeah, that would count.
You
Moxley
know,
match probably counts because that's about. I don't see him
or
in
the one
Goto
with
doing
Brian.
it. That fucking did happen, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
He lived so many dreams, they all blend in. God, uh, I miss him so much.
Yeah, I'd have to say Brian. Other than that, it would probably be one of those. Like if I want to be like the last great Yuji Nagata match, it was probably one of the Wrestle Kingdom matches with Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah,
Those are his last like great years before age really limited him.
uh,
He's just good enough a worker to know how to work with his age, but limitations.
we'll see how it ends up.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much most of the things I wanted to talk about this week. Uh, generally, if there's anything left, it's because I forgot. And,
Apparently, Kenta has re-signed with Pro
oh
Wrestling
shit,
Noah.
that just happened. That's right.
Yes.
Kenta is home. He's
Yes.
home. He's completely exclusive to Noah.
No longer a New Japan guy moving around. Yeah, a Pro Wrestling Noah employee once again. It's one of those things where I go, like that's it's like watching a player like sign that 1-day contract so he can retire with the team he should be retiring with.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little late, but you know what? We'll take it.
You think the retirement's a little late?
No.
Oh, okay, the resign.
Yeah.
I
He's
understand that.
Mao Fuji posted a picture of them together. It'll be I was gonna say I hope it reawakens something in him, but I don't think that's there anymore.
It might in his heart, but I don't think his heart and his body are in the same place.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
I'm just now noticing David Finlay is in this New Japan Cup, so I guess he's got more dates.
And he may be sticking around.
God help us all.
He had a good match, I swear. It was good.
Should be interesting. Yeah, I can't think of what else. Me and you did talk about apparently Jeff Cobb might be on the way out.
Oh shit, that's right. He said in a backstage interview it kind of felt like a goodbye, and then everybody grasped it as that meant that he's leaving. We watched it, and it looks like he was sincere. But when I think about pro wrestling, I don't think that makes it 100%. You know, like that can still. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't always. That is definitely true. Pro wrestling's a weird place, as you may have learned.
I love it.
What else is coming up? I don't know. I know. Yeah, New Japan's got the New Japan Cup and a few other events. WWE doesn't have anything particular coming up, right? When's the next pay-per-view?
July, I think. No. Favorite.
July, sir. When is Elimination Chamber?
Saturday? No, London. Is it Saturday? Next Saturday, the 22nd?
Yeah, that might be it.
I don't fucking know off the top of my head.
Have they even filled both chambers yet?
They're filling them up now. They're
They're
almost
still
done.
filling them? Okay.
Yeah. It's not this Saturday.
No, it's not.
But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else.
No, that's pretty much it for now. We'll be back.
Slow week, maybe?
It's like for now. Well, mostly because I did a podcast right before this one. And I'm gonna die.
Oh, okay. John's just trying to get me the fuck off here.
I gotta close, but this is not the only time that we're on. Actually, Dershi Radio is on about 8 times a week. Let me hit that. There you go. That
Hit the outro, baby.
Podcasts are found. The video version is available on Facebook and Google. Google, Facebook and YouTube and Twitter live. You can watch it archived as well. Mondays after Raw, Tuesdays after NXT, Wednesdays after Dynamite, Thursdays after Impact, Fridays after SmackDown, Saturday and Sunday after PLE pay-per-views. We are live with post-show reviews. We are also live 3NT Wrestling on Sundays. Tyler and CJ's Wrestling Roundup with a W on Sunday. We're live. Major Issues once a week. Otaku Cafe about anime once a week. We've got so much shit going on Dershi Radio. Thank you, everybody, for listening, for watching, and for myself, and for Greg, and for Nick. We'll see you guys next week.